Hello, people. How are you all today? Got a couple hours of doing stuff. Uh, Good stuff has happened today. For those that don't know, um, we have reached our funding goal, way above it. Well, not way above it, but 62 bucks above it to be precise. We are at $562. So, and our stretch goal is 650. So we are less than $100 away from that. $88 to be precise. We put in a thing for Bleeding Fool for an interview thing that fill out. So we're up on there today as well. So all good stuff. And of course, we are about to do some shading and lighting in this comic book. So I think we're going to start with panel 2, although we do need probably to put in a few folders here. 1, 2, 3. So the colors, main colors, shading, and you know what we also need to do? We need to do some lighting. And thank you, Richard. Okay, so let's share this out as well. Oh, we got one like already. Awesome. Share it on Twitter that we are live. Okay. And then we'll put a link. Oh, you know what? We need to put a link somewhere else too. Post. Let people know in. Discord. There we go. That is up. There we go. Okay, so now let's copy these. Control C. And I need to go in each of folders. Well, I'm not sure whether I put it in Messenger. Normally he's supposed to be a bit intangible. So I'm not sure whether. Let's see this here. I don't think we're going to really do any shading or lighting for any of the background in that first panel, but well, maybe on the dirt we might make it a little bit darker right around the suit because suit mat casts a minor shadow. Sims in number 1 here. Let's see. Grab all the main colors and actually put that in that folder. Let's add a layer of shading. Okay, so we're in this one. Now, we've done the shading towards the door on him. Although this is showing the shading on the other side. None of the inks are consistent because it is. It is what it is, right? Okay, let's grab our skin shade from last thing. And of course, we're going to be on Dark Gifts tonight. Ah, I'm a dummy. I put that on the wrong layer. I hate it when I do that. Hey, Joshua. So we are fully funded on our way to our first stretch goal, which we are less than $100 away from, $88 to be precise. And bleeding full, we got mentioned. We did filled out the interview thing for that, and we are up in bleeding full. And of course, we are in the middle of coloring page 5, I believe it is, of the Canadian Shield 3. So how are you doing today, Joshua? And we're going to be on Dark Gift Comics tonight, too, at 9 o'clock. For an interview, promoting, however you want to say it. So we got to get the back of his card done soon, because it looks like we will be getting his card. People will be getting his card. Hey ho, hey ho, it's off to work we go. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. There we go. Yabba dabba doo. Yeah. Oh. So, have you joined another Twitter community? I saw there's some indie comics and comic community you might be able to promote your book in. Not yet. I gotta look through them. Uh, are you in any of the, say, the comic skate ones? Like, I have no problem with calling myself comic skate and people being comic skate and all that, as you probably know. But there are some idiots in comic skate. I just don't want. You know if the idiots are in those groups or not? I'm sure there are because yeah, I did. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't know. I just figured I'd ask. Uh, communities. I'm not even, I guess, explore. Hmm. I'm not even sure how to look through to find the type of groups that I might want. How do I? Uh, oh, I think I found it. Oh, there's Comics Gate, Iron Age. You know what? Let's get into Fund My Comic. Create, join. Web Comics. You trying to have a closer. Christian book Twitter. Artists. Oops. We started looking through it. Uh, there's one web comics. Yeah, I saw that. I joined it. Christian Otaka, comic verse. Christian encouragement. There's a Ripperverse one. Indie comic books. I'm just opening a bunch of these in other windows. Christian content creators. Comic nerds. I want to see what some of them are about before I hit the join button. I saw people in their Christian book Twitter might be a good one. I saw some people promoting their Christian books in there. Yeah. Did I click that one? Yeah, I did. I had shared this theology. Share and discuss theology and other Christian books you're reading to build one another up in Christ. Do unto others as you. This is for comic nerds. Christian artists making indie comic book. It's made for indie comic book. Share their work, announce a fun project, put out releases on Kickstarter campaigns with. I'll join that one, yeah. I guess I'll join it. Communities are public, so you can read the post, but right now, I can't join the line. I'm not sure whether I'm going to join my Christian book Twitter. Okay, let's get back to what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah, I saw that one. I joined it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's see. what the Christian book Twitter. Well, the only reason I'm debating on that one is what it says about share and discuss theology and other Christian books you're reading. Well, I guess mine can be considered books. Reading to build one another up in Christ. Do to others as you would have do unto you. And I know I'm gonna look through short, absurd humans are weird adults. I just want to see whether, for that one, whether it'll be a good fit or not. Like, I want to look through it. I don't want to go in there, post about my stuff, and then say, sorry, you can't do that. And then get kicked out. You know what? I think I'm gonna put another line in this. Uh, I saw somebody promoting their AI generated Narnia spin-off. I think it would be a fine to promote Canadians. You know, okay. Well, it's just I haven't had a chance to take a good look at it, so that's That's, like to see what all's going on in there. So, I wasn't saying I wouldn't post or whatever in there. I'm saying I wasn't sure at this particular time. But with what you're saying, yeah, it does look like I'd probably be all right to post. Did I do it again? Maybe you could share AI videos that AI generated. Yeah, that's true too. For getting some stuff there, I gotta get on doing that, doing some more videos of that stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff, and I actually gotta use up all my credits. Unfortunately, your credits don't go over to the next month, so I'm paying for a membership in a couple months. I didn't use all my credits, which I think is wrong. I think that's right. Okay, so how is this? That's supposed to be underneath. Hey, Tim. Oh, and I gave you. I'm not sure whether you read the Bleeding Fool article that I was mentioned it or that for the interview for that, but I gave you a very minor uh, mention. Yeah, or not you precisely, but your comic. And Canadian Shield is funded. I'll go down to it. Yeah. Let's see. Browser. Okay, so here's the article. So, it comes to questions, blah, 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 blah. Here. Tell about your creative style and how you develop them. I said, been a reader of comics since my teens. I've watched all superhero related shows and more. I've previously released 3 other comics. I've had a story published in a book by Hero Shack Press and Ink Melbourne 3 by Velvet Comics. Thank you for using my pen name, which is how I usually credit you. Yeah, I figured that would be the best name to use for you, Metal. I don't think so yet. I haven't. I never said that he couldn't promote his own stuff. But you gotta love how the first thing he does is promote his own stuff in my community in Twitter. And hello, Outcast. See, I wasn't gonna say anything till Joshua said something, so I care but don't care. The only 3 rules I have at the moment, I might put more in at the moment. I never said about anybody not sharing. So let's see. Is there someone where? Oh, we got 9 members in there now. Cool. About uh, yeah, the rules are right now just be kind and respectful, keep posts on topic. So I guess that isn't technically on topic, but and explore and share. Because it is supposed to be welcome all to talk about and share about cross comics going on. But, yeah, I'm not going to ban you. So when did you do the interview? Are you talking the whatchamacall, the Bleeding Fool one? But hey, I'm not going to ban you, and I'm not going to stop you either, Tim. I think you know we're both just teasing you a little. But if you're talking about the Bleeding Fool one, they just have a. You can go to their website and they have a thing that you can fill out. They ask you all that questions and you answer them and blah blah blah. So, well, that's what I did. I've used them before for my other last two campaigns, so I forgot all about them, and then something reminded me about them, and then I went over and did that. Hey, Joshua is the one that started it. He's not Canadian. Okay, so why? It's this. It's under it. Oh, good job. That's the way it is. Yeah, and then there's, I guess, that too. That uh, gave credit to a bunch of people. I saw the Canadian Shield is funded. Congrats. Oh yeah, yeah. Canadian Shield is 3 is funded. We are on our way to the first stretch goal, which will be John Sims card. I just gotta. We've got the box started for it. Comics. SIM card. No. So we need to change the strength and all that, and we need to get a picture for in behind. you know what? Might use it's one I've drawn, but so it's not the best. Characters. So there's no background to this. It could easily here. Transform scale. And to get some sort of what are his powers? Well, John Sims, he's doesn't really have any powers. All this is probably going to be all this is probably going to be way down. Power of attorney. No, that. Yeah, that is Harvey Birdman. Let's see. I forget what town he's in. I gotta find out, remember what town he's in. Anyways, that's the beginnings of that. So all those abilities. Well, no. Let's see. So card backs. Okay, so let's see. Strength. We're probably gonna give him. Let me get. Let's pop up the chat. Backs. Let's bring this over here. Okay, so strength number 1 is weakling, number 2 is normal person, number 3 is athletic, able to lift over 1.5 times their own body weight. So he's either going to be a 2 or a 3, I would say, for that. Speed. Number 1, slowpoke. 2, normal person. 3, athletic. So again, he's going to probably be 2 or 3. Normal is able to reach a top speed of an everyday person and sustain it for as long as an everyday person. About 6 miles per hour for 10 minutes. Is this for a cross-comic card game? I'm sure eventually it could be used for that, but not at the time. This time I'm just trying to establish the characters, where they are, and this sort of thing. Athletic, able to reach a top speed of an athletic person, but sustain it for as long as an athletic person. So about 7 miles per hour for 7 miles per hour for about an hour. And I actually looked into this sort of stuff to try and get a good thing. So he's probably going to be 2 or 3. I have to decide on that. Fighting ability. I haven't got the defined, but completely defined. But it's about being proficient in hand-to-hand combat. I'm thinking he'll probably, because he's a police officer, will be probably about a 3. 1 is wimp, 2 is normal person, and 3 is above normal. So, because he's been trained, in hand-to-hand combat, he's, above the average person, I would believe. Intelligence, the ability to think and process information. Again, he's pretty slow. What's pretty slow? My speeds? Well, he's been trained, so, but he hasn't been. I'm not sure. Anyways, moron. It says a person that has very a person that has very little ability to learn anything. Will there be a character description? Like, you mean a brief history? Joshua? And then under intelligence, normal person, straight A student, genius. I'm not sure whether he'd be 2 or 3. Oh, he's a detective, so I'm not sure what that means exactly. Energy blast. The ability to discharge energy. This will probably be a grenade 1. No energy blast. Shoots no sort of energy blast of any kind. Yeah, there will be a little bit of a history on him. I could have sworn I've written one up, but when I went where I thought it would be to try and get it, it did not seem to be there, so I might have to make up a new bit of a history for him. Agility. He's probably just going to be a normal person because I have one is a clumsy person, bumps and trips almost everything into almost everything. 2 is normal person. 3 is circus acrobat. 4 is Olympic gold medalist. 5 is cat-like. So he's he's one of the supporting cast. So stamina, short-winded, normal person, athletic, world record marathon runner. Again, probably gonna go 2 or 3. Knowledge is he's probably gonna be either 4 or 5 on this. Because knowledge is a baby, a person who has about the knowledge of an infant, which is a much toddler, then a teenager, then adult, then university educated. So we're probably going to go 4 or 5 for that. Wisdom. A person who doesn't know how to apply any, number 1, none. A person who doesn't know how to apply anything they learn. And then 2 is demonic, 3 is childlike, 4 teenager, 5 adult, 6 elderly, 7 King Solomon, 8 prophetic, 9 angelic, and then almost godlike. So again, he's probably going to end up at a 5 for that. Maybe 6, although he's not that elderly. Durability. The ability to resist or recover from bodily injury. 1 is none. A person or entity having no durability will easily take damage, and lots of it. 2 below average. 3 normal human. 4 above average. 5 wall. They're like they have the durability of a wall. 4 mountain. And that's it at the moment. I haven't defined what some of these are exactly. I meant to in the past. Was there already a card of the villain? No, not for this one. There was a card of the villain for the last one. The villain there. When I reach 900, will be that one. I'm just figuring the villain is a one. Well, I won't say a one-off, but I don't know when he's going to appear next. John Sims is going to be somewhat, at least appearing by talking to Canadian Shield over the telephone, and eventually, when Canadian Shield gets to Hamilton, John Sims will end up being transferred there. Or transferring there himself for whatever reason. Like a brick wall, because an average person is more durable than the thin sheetrock walls in a modern building. So White is a normal guy like John Sims. So, oh, this isn't his actual stats. alpha. I've got to. I had to use the back of I think it was Snowdrift's card because I lost the template for this on my old computer. So, like I'm going to come in here and I'm going to take the eraser. You know what? It's good. Let's do this. It's probably easier to do it this way. So I can just come in here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Well, maybe we can have a local kid to bring them. Well, maybe not a kid, but in some ways, John Sims here will be teaching probably a lot of that stuff. Now, I'm probably going to take all these white bars, actually, now that what about children? All the activists tell me the need to see themselves represented in the media. Canadian children. So we control X, and then what's this down here? Control V. And then we add a layer. And unfortunately, I didn't grab the green. But you can grab it from here. And we were just looking at stuff. So strength, I'm gonna have him be a 3. Yeah, but can he? Yeah, but at the same time, it could make him, like you're saying, it could make him a little gullible, but at the same time, I don't think he's no fool at the same time. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Samson, I'm not sure whether he was fooled or not because he played with that woman. He knew to me, in some ways, he knew exactly what was up. If he didn't, he was stupid. He was completely brain dead moron. He tells the woman that every time this is what will make me weak, and then these people come and jump him with that exact thing. He knew what he was doing. And maybe that's exactly it. Maybe he figured, like, oh, I've fooled her all these times. She's not going to believe me now, although I'm telling the truth. So there is, you know, the starting of. Yeah, Rick, you should give Canadian Shield his own demon in a bottle where he has to overcome his addiction to modern natives getting addicted to something is a bad stereotype. Well, the Bible doesn't say how much time passed between jumping. Yeah, it doesn't say, but and maybe I'm reading something into it. Like here, let me bring it up. I know that's Judges. Actually, it probably should be. No, Samson went to Gaza. There. So Delilah said to Samson, "Please tell me where your great strength lies, and with how you may be bound." And Samson said to her, "If they bind me with 7 fresh bowstrings and not dried, then I shall become weak like any other man." So the Lord of the Philistines brought up to her 7 fresh bowstrings, not yet dried, and she bound him with them. Now men were lying in wait, staying with her in the room. And she said to him, "The Philistines are upon you, Samson." But he broke the bowstrings, and the strand of yarn breaks when it touches the fire. So the secret of his strength was not known. Then Delilah said to Samson, "Look, you mocked me and you told me lies. Now please tell me how you may be bonded with." I think it would be good to give. Yeah. Well, right now, he's sort of got weaknesses right now. One, if he doesn't have the suit over a part of his body, he can be injured in that spot. So if you're looking at this, right now, something could happen to his head. Not that there's anybody there to do that. But he's also prone to, especially at first, getting his senses overloaded. We've seen in Canadian Shield 1, when the sirens are coming from the police cars and fire trucks and all that at the fire in the first issue at the beginning, like he said, the noise, it's horrific. In this one, not to give too much away, again, he's not the sound necessarily, but and it even happened in the first one and second one. Toxico shot some sort of light, radioactive beam, blinded him. He gets blinded in this one, I believe, from absorbed sort of the same way, or a slightly different way, but similar. So right now, because he's getting used to the suit, and that might always be so, but maybe not. The senses can get overloaded, for lack of a better way of saying. In a sense, similar to Superman. I know you're drawing number 4. Let me bring up. Nothing I think really happens to him in number 4 like that. Let's see. 5 is dust, I think. Yeah. So I don't think much is going to happen to him in that way, number 5. But in number 6, he's dealing with a demon. An actual demon. Who's he going against? 7. Oh, ultraviolet. That could be, I forget exactly. That could be an interesting one. I forget exactly what happens in it. And then 8 is metamorph. And that's a guy that can transform himself into various things. It makes sense for him to get outsmarted by Lex Luthor type character. Yeah, but he doesn't have a Lex Luthor type character yet. Still, the fish out of water stuff is funny. That happened all the time early in Dragon Ball. Like the part at the diner in 4 is funny. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of, I think that. Um, uh, oh, and Alpha, I thought you were following me on Twitter before a couple days ago when you started following me. And I'm not. Are you? No. Well, just recently you started following me, like yesterday or whatever, 2 days ago. Or maybe it was a second account that you started following me with. I don't know. Like, yeah, it says 11 hours ago, approximately, you started following me. I just meant before that. I thought you were. But dumb question. Are you on Facebook at all? How come you weren't? Okay, because although they're older versions of the script, I have like Canadian Shield 1 through 6 up there. And since you might end up being the artist in the foreseeable future for Canadian Shield, would you like to get a look at the future scripts? Say 1 through 5 through 8? No, I want to be surprised. I just figured since I'm a fan first. Okay. Oh, Joshua is now not going to let you live that down. It seems. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have mentioned it. I didn't know he was there. You didn't know I was on Twitter? We've communicated, I thought, on Twitter before. Yeah, back in October of last year, I gave you access to the Google Drive folder, probably for the whatchamacallit, for the ash can. And then on December 5th, I sent you a link to a silhouette game to let you know that it was on. After these messages, he'll be right back. Oh, man, we haven't done a lot of communicating on Twitter. Mainly it's through Discord. Yeah. Maybe that's why I thought you were following me too, because of DM. Leaving and sanding. That's almost the same color. I'm going to be doing something to the fridge to make it different. I think that makes it look enough different. So I'm going to be on Dark Gifts tonight too, doing an interview or promoting. I'm not sure what exactly it'll be like. So let me see whether. Oh, and just for people's uh, um, thing, knowledge. One of the tiers that put us over, a second person had purchased going to church. So another person will be being drawn in to the comic. So I don't know whether they want anybody to know, so I'm not going to say who it is. So that's 2 down and 8 to go for that tier. I'd like to see that tier get all done up before uh, the the end of the campaign. And then the same person ended up getting the triple play. So they're getting 2 copies signed of Canadian Shield free. One that comes with the Let's Go to Church, and then the one from the triple play. Uh, they must be selling the extras or giving them away. Yeah. Or either that, or they didn't realize one copy came with thing, but they also wanted the back issue too. So if nobody bought that tier, the church. No, I would just have them put random people in random drawings. Or I might get a couple people drawn in myself from it, but back here and get Canadian shields. Shading color. Yeah, I just thought it would be a nifty thing. Like I could have anything, or just the artist feel free to draw whoever and whatever in there. There is a couple people that he put in there in spots in the chairs, but I just thought, people like the drawing tier. Some people like getting drawn in, so I figured it'd be a good tier to put in. And actually, I gotta work with John. I gotta find out. There's gonna be a drawing tier in Snowdrift. It's probably going to be people running out of a crowded theater in West Edmonton Mall. Oh, I'm not thinking. Any other thoughts, questions, whatever? Nah. The last couple things I tried to do aren't being done because I didn't change my selection. No wonder I couldn't see any. Yeah, it is. So there's Canadian Shield shaded and lit in first panel. Probably would have got a little bit more done today if I didn't get distracted by things, but this should be done Saturday. And then I think I'm gonna skip ahead a bunch of pages and I'm gonna color starting Monday, I'm going to start coloring some pages offline, but recording myself because I really want to get this done in time, and I want to be ready for the other pages. And those ones, I'll probably do one of the 3 online. And then the other 2 I'll probably do offline. So I think, although we still got 4 minutes to go to the end, I think I'm going to end these 4 minutes early. Like I said, in about an hour, no, it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, about an hour, I'm going to be on Dark Gifts. So watch for me there. So bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Hopefully see you guys soon. We'll just save this before we end. Control S. So, God bless. Later.